Hey everybody, we're kind of back. Zombie got a huge makeover during the break. Yo, Zombie, do your best Australian accent.
Yeah, how you going, mate?
So it's just so good. No, of course, for those who don't know, this is Zeph. Good to see you, by the way. I guess first time we're technically on mic together live.
Yes, definitely first time.
Actually, what's funny is you've probably got more, I think, offline casting experience than me and Zombie because you do so much, like in Australia.
I have the fortune of doing WCS, so that gives me a little bit.
We've got the grind though.
Yeah, you guys are doing a long haul today.
Yeah,
so
well, today, it's kind of nice though because they're not making everybody wait for an hour in between each game.
Yeah.
And so that makes 27 matches not feel as bad as like 5 matches that are held hours apart.
Exactly, yeah.
Anyways, unfortunately, guys, for those who have not heard the story today, my phone got broken and I need it for many, many things, including the 2-step authentication tied into like everything. So I'm going to be running out to try and grab a phone from Best Buy before it closes. So we'll take that time here during this series. Zeph's been gracious enough. She's just here chilling at the event. She wasn't planning to cast, so thank you so much for doing that, by the way. I appreciate
it. No worries, pal.
Let's do a proper hit. That was weird.
It was weak on my part. That was my fault. I'm sorry.
It's one of those you just like you didn't quite meet, so you just got this like little woo.
Yeah.
Anyway, she's gonna be casting with Zombie Rub. Hopefully, I'll be back within the duration of a best of 3, but best of 3s can sometimes be quick. Hopefully, it's not too long. But I don't know. You've been here for a while. You excited to do some casting? I
am. I didn't expect to be casting. Really happy to be able to. Lots of sick players, lots of sick games. Seen some upsets, so yeah, I'm hyped.
Well, the group? I can't wait for Group Stage 3. We got all those players that like made it through, like the seeded players. I guess was even seeded in Group 3, right? Yeah. That Aussie pride.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm going to be sitting out there cheering, that's for sure.
Got to get one of those cheerful. It's like, Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi.
Yeah, I'm stoked that we have 2 Australian representatives this time because they gave us 2 seeds. It's
oh, yeah, you got, was it Probe for the other one, right?
Yep.
Dude, I was talking about this earlier. Probe looks so much like Snoot.
Right?
It drives me nuts. So I was talking to Probe. He's like, yeah, I know. I've heard this a million times. Like, it's not new. But then we started talking about how we could like get on stage and start swapping with the production by swapping jerseys out. Like, oh, Snoot's a bit shorter than I remember.
It totally could. I think the first time he represented us overseas, I think it was a dream hack. We made him get a picture with Snoot so we could have that in our hearts forever. It's beautiful. That's
so good. Actually, so when Snoot came by earlier, I made the joke to him, and he tried to do an Aussie accent. I'm like, man, I thought I was bad at Aussie accent.
It's a hard one. That's hard. You can do. Most people tend to go for British or English or something.
I feel like when I start doing Australian, I end up seeping into like Jamaican. Like I'll start a sentence as Australian, and it'll end as Jamaican. Yeah. I'll be like, no, I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to embarrass myself.
I'm no good at accents either. I can maybe do like an American one, but yeah, it's
well,
hard.
There's like, I feel like there's an American accent, then there's like Valley Girl, and Valley Girl is like the easiest one to put off because you just say like after everything.
Oh, okay.
Like totally. Oh, God. Anyways, some people in chat are asking who's the girl. This is Zeph. If you guys haven't been watching our late night StarCraft, she has actually been casting the VSL with Maynard.
Come on, May. Get it together.
With Maynard the last couple weeks, which has been awesome. I didn't realize though that the finals was last night.
What? Yeah, so, no, was it the finals?
Yeah, it was
the
Team League finals were last night. So it kind of sucks that we missed out on that. But Wardy actually covered it for us, so we didn't.
Thank you, Base Wardy.
Yeah, thank you, Base Wardy. His tweets though are like, "Guys, I'm taking base trade from the inside. I'm taking them down." Anyways, so I may have messed up on Major Maynard's name, but I didn't mess up on Zeph's. So she's been doing a lot of casting. You can trust that she knows what she's doing, guys. Maybe not trust in the other person, the blonde one. She's not as trustworthy, I feel, but she'll be casting with Zeph.
You're going to get hit in a sec, man.
I am. But I have to run before Best Buy closes. So, guys, we don't have a game for you yet. We're casting what is likely going to be MaNa versus either Euthermal or MaSa. MaNa and MaSa are playing for the winner of the group. Or not MaNa, excuse me. Euthermal and MaSa are playing for the winner of the group. And the loser will fight in the finals with MaNa.
Yeah, they're in Game 3 at the moment, guys. It will not be too much longer. So get hyped for that.
Yeah. We'll just go to commercial break so I don't have to leave her feeling awkward, though, for like 15 or 20 minutes. So when we come back, it'll be Zombie and Zeph. Thank you guys for watching so far. I hope you've been enjoying DreamHack, whether it's on our stream or the big stream. Hopefully you're watching both. But either way, we'll see you guys in a bit. Thanks.
Oh, I don't actually use XSplit anymore. Oh, my God. Hopefully that works. All right. Hey, guys. Getting into the game, MaNa versus MaSa. This is the decider match. So MaSa just lost 2-1 to Euthermal, who is already out of the group. He is safe. And these guys are playing for the second spot out of the group. I think, who was actually the 4th person in here?
Vibe was the fourth person in the group, I think, yeah.
That's what we cast, MaNa versus Vibe, and MaNa did knock that guy out, so. It's going to be a PVT once again for MaNa, who was did play against Thermal in the beginning and was 2-0'd, I believe. So hopefully he has a better showing here. If you're cheering for him, I suppose. And speaking of, in the bottom right, as the red Terran, red Protoss, he is MaNa.
We got there. In the top left, this guy's a Terran. In the blue, he is MaSa.
All right, so yeah, PVT already have SCV on the way out. This is actually really
straight away.
This is this setup is very obnoxious. Actually, I don't like it.
We're doing it live. It's all good.
Ah, yes, the Proxy Reaper.
Good old faithful. I've seen a bit of this over people's shoulders today. Actually, it seems to be quite popular. I mean, it is kind of still early stages in the groups, I guess. So if you can have a shorter game, it's kind of good, but. You know, it is an intense thing to throw out on a decided match.
Yeah, I mean, it is game number 1, so it is a best of 3, and they're going to have another, couple games if this works or fails ultimately. Probe is going to come out and scout here. I doubt it's going to be scouting for a proxy racks. Well, maybe it's actually... Well, the point was I doubt it's going to go up that ramp, but it is looking for a proxy.
Yeah, that's the thing with some of these newer maps, I should say. They're not very new anymore, but there's so many places that you can actually hide these buildings. So it is a little tricky sometimes to just kind of think of where to look. And obviously you don't want to waste too much time trying to check every single corner of the map. So this probe will get there soon and see that, there's actually no racks up the top here.
Yep. So MaSa has also probably noted there's been no probe scout, so he's probably feeling pretty good. Now he's going to see it, and of course there's a factory, and at some point you should be scouted. Like a Protoss just doesn't scout with a probe. It's like a very odd Protoss, to be honest. Yeah. But we already had MaNa looked like maybe he, like you were saying, like a lot of people have been doing this, so maybe he really was on guard already. Because he already had a build set up, even without scouting the actual racks or intention. So he's going to continue one-basing it with a Stargate.
Yeah, I believe Thermal actually already threw it out once in this group, so maybe that's why it's in the back of his mind. Already going to lose one little probe. A little bit unfortunate. The Zealot is out, so he's just going to micro against that. But, actually hit himself there.
Okay. Do that too often. Kind of works in favor, though, funnily enough. So it gets sliced by the Zealot. So that Zealot just going to, take a few shots and hopefully save a few probes to do its job. And it's going to be very interesting. A one-base versus one-base TvP always seems to end up in favor of Terran. But this is actually going to come down. I thought that probe was going to die for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, already then.
He's going to start getting the paint scratched off it. And maybe as he gets more units down here, he'll be able to do a little more. That Zealot's still being a bit of a pest, but he will be able to kill that off with the Reaper momentarily.
Yeah, that's interesting. It was a nice move to try and cut off reinforcements, but unfortunately that second Marine in there, this really is actually quite difficult to break out of. That does shoot the bunker with an overcharge, and there's a militia corps finally on the way, but it's still going to be a while.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit tricky to break this bunker. He's going into an Oracle behind this. So back at the Terran's house, he might be able to do a bit of damage in the SCV line, because I guess it's not really going to be able to do too much on the front lines unless there's Marines out there in the open.
Here comes the mothership core. The SCV was picked off, so yeah, I guess it looks like it's going to take care of the bunker.
Yeah.
If it wasn't, then that's actually a huge problem, because that was enough to hit the bunker, but not around the bunker, so the SCV would have had free repairing.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is like a very damaged Nexus, but it does survive. Reaper's going to go back in the main, see what's going on there. Barracks is being floated back. Oracle could stop the CC from building. There's only a Viking after all, but...
Good. We have a Cyclone out. I'm not sure if he popped out a mine or anything. Just going to be a bit careful with this Oracle. But there we go. With the Viking and 2 Cyclones, there's definitely not too much he can do with this air unit for the time being. But as long as he keeps it alive, he can still use it for a bit of vision.
Yep. Command center is stalled out, and that's a nice chunk of time. Another Oracle on the way. I guess 2 more probes must have died, because that's been up for like ever.
Yeah. Chipping away. 6 total. Wow, okay, that's not too bad all in all. 6. I mean, I guess it could have been better. But yeah, he gets some damage done at least.
It seems to be okay. It is actually questionable, though, for MaSa, who dedicated quite a lot to it. Lots of spikes every which way, and natural command center is about 75% done. MaNa already on to what would usually be coming down with a 3rd base, but, the opener as it is going to be a little bit wonky, so tech first in this situation. 2 Oracles, a lot of damage.
1 Cyclone definitely goes down. I'm not sure if he's going to be able to finish the other. In fact, it looks like he will be able to. Nice pickups there. Eliminates that from being a problem. And that Oracle... Do they outrun Vikings? They do, right?
They do. Yeah, the Viking's pretty slow, but I was surprised to see the Militia Corps also out there. There's the Phoenix popping out, and the Phoenixes have an absurd high DPS.
Oh, so close.
Man.
Oh, no.
Yeah, very close. What the hell is this overlay? I swear to God.
That would have been nice.
What is the health on this overlay? Oh, no, that's the shields.
Yeah,
that's the health.
Health is 4.
Okay, got it. Yeah, that was pretty damn close. And that would have been a nice pickup. 100 gas, definitely worthwhile for the Protoss to remake that. So sucks for MaSa. MaSa going pretty defensive here with a tank. He's got a Raven on the way. He is starting stims. The time investment's going in here, and barracks as well. But no Widowmine over here means that the SCVs were free for the picking. That's not enough Marines for a full health meta Oracle. Apparently it's not enough for that of an Oracle either.
This is doing so much damage. The auto turret does finish off the the little Oracle there, so well done to that Raven. It saves the day, but 5 more SCV kills for MaNa. He can't be too upset about that. He's quite ahead on the workers now.
At 30 to 44, that range seemed absurd.
It did seem a little weird.
Okay, well, you take it, whatever. Yeah. All right, so that Raven being revealed right there, it's unfortunate that, like, I mean, I don't think that MaNa honestly really cares that there's it sucks to lose the Oracle like he did because of the turret, but, I mean, just in a general scheme of things, not sure the Raven's going to be really that great, as MaNa is still going for at least a couple of Phoenixes, so unless, I mean, if he just hovers around the auto turret, obviously going to do damage, but otherwise that Raven has to be very careful with how it maneuvers.
Yeah, he does. At the very least, like, maybe he can use it to pick off observers once that robo finishes. But, oh, he's got to be so careful. That Raven's not one as well. It does go down, and he gets out with both Phoenixes.
I mean, that wasn't a terribly small group of units. I'm really surprised he died for that. That was, like, totally intentional. Yeah. Right for where the Raven loss was seen, and doesn't even lose a Phoenix for it. So nicely done there. MaNa has a 3rd base, still about 13 workers ahead, and really just taking control of the economics.
Yeah, MaSa's not in the greatest position at the moment. I'm sure he would have liked a little bit more out of that opener, but we'll see how he goes. He's going to do a bit of a scout, I guess, with this little SCV and just check for that 3rd.
It's like, where the hell are you going, buddy? There's a Marine over here. Why doesn't he do
it? Okay, well, I won't question it.
It's got a goal. It's got a mission. Yeah. It's going to build a bunker. It's so intentional. If it builds a bunker, that'd be amazing. Actually, it'd be funny, you know, if it builds a missile turret.
Yeah.
Try and throw some harassment. Well, we'll go back to the SCV story later. Looks like there's going to be a bit of a push. Medevac is used to first drop, and it does successfully dodge out the Phoenixes. We got Phoenixes here and a couple of Adepts off to the left side. SCV is building a missile turret. Huh.
Okay.
Clever.
There you go. Spot on. And I think he doesn't really have vision of this push coming, but he does see that there's no forces parked in that natural area anymore. And at the same time, these Adepts are going to come in, maybe get some kills already. The Adepts are poised up here at the 3rd base of MaNa for this attack. He's got a pretty good clue of what's going on here. And that's, you know, it's a pretty flimsy army. It's mostly Marines. He doesn't have combat shields yet either.
Yeah, and the Medevacs didn't pair up with this yet. They're back at home trying to help out the SCVs. This is all types of bad for MaSa. Just gets overwhelmed and he can't leave. Does snipe a couple of those Phoenixes, but he's still having trouble cleaning up the Adepts over here.
Yeah, the tank gets sniped there as well. He's going to try and run home, but these Marines can only sprint so far with stim. They're already low.
Yeah, I liked that idea, though, trying to split, but MaNa just matched him. By the way, there was a Widowmine drop. That's where the 6 probes went down, but it really didn't do as much as MaNa is dealing to MaSa. 19 SCVs in total went down.
That'll be a full dino. And the Medevac goes down as well. Nice mine hit, but you know what? He's taking so much damage. 19 SCVs have gone down. Now Depths are knocking at his front door. He's going to stim down as many of these as possible. The Liberator is doing a lot of good work for him here as well, actually. But will he be able to clean this up?
He actually targets it down, so the Liberator is going to be just free reign on all these Adepts, but they already bypass it. That is going to be a nasty Widowmine hit, potentially. Yeah, it was, I think, focus fired as well, but that's not enough. There's, like, no army for MaSa. Here comes a bit more.
There's not too much left at all. And now he's in the production. He's in the main mineral line. We're over 20 SCV kills now. And in fact, that's where the rest of the SCVs are hiding. He doesn't have a 3rd base, remember, and that's GG.
Oh, lordy.
Yeah. MaNa looking pretty commanding in that one.
I figured it out. Yeah, that was actually from start to finish, really. He had a good response to the Proxy Reaper after all, and then did okay at the follow-up. The snipes with the Oracle and the Phoenixes were pretty cool as well. And yeah, MaSa just really couldn't think of anything to make it really work.
Yeah. Do you think would you consider MaNa the favored one in this series?
I think, well, the thing about, it's so weird. You know, we didn't really get to talk about it. MaSa just doesn't play anything.
Yeah.
So, like, you always be like, well, I haven't seen him for a while, so is he really that good? And then he comes and gets like first place in like all these tournaments. You're like, well, I guess he's still pretty good. So I can't really say. I feel like MaNa's been doing very well lately, though. We talked about it in the last series that he 3-0'd Nurchio recently.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So he seems to be doing pretty well. And if that's the case, then yes, I think he's favored.
Yeah.
But it's so difficult with
it is hard to say, because I was thinking along the same lines. You know, I haven't seen a lot of MaSa generally, and so I'm kind of more inclined to give MaNa a bit of an upper hand, and then I sort of wonder, you know, MaSa's mentality, is he trying to throw him these curveballs going, I think you might have a little better chance against me or something, but it's hard to tell. Maybe MaSa can recover in map number 2, which is going to be Cactus Valley.
Yes, that is in the map pool, believe it or not. Yeah.
Not a fan of Cactus Valley?
No, I actually like it fine. Yeah. It's but I do find it surprising that, I mean, this might have been MaSa's pick. I'm actually not sure the vetoes were done.
Yeah.
But I do feel like Terrans like this more than Protosses. So maybe this is the comeback map for MaSa.
Yeah, for sure. I feel like it's a bit hit and miss for some people. But we'll see how we go here on Cactus Valley. Game number 2 between these two gentlemen in the top right. We have the red Protoss. It's MaNa.
Oh, are the hotkeys thing? Nice. Okay. Head. There we go. On the bottom left is the blue Terran. It is MaSa. I just realized the one good thing about the overlay is that it does automatically bring up production.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, this is actually really sleek.
Yeah, it's okay. It's like 1 point in its favor, like whatever. Because that was actually a really hard habit to break just now. Anyways, so yeah, MaSa is just, I think everyone can universally agree kind of on our thoughts as well. Like I've heard this from like every single caster, even like Fear Dragon, who does like so much NA stuff, and even he's just like, yeah, I'm not really sure. You know, it comes in a couple of things, but you know, it's not really, it's not with the likes, I mean, of let's like Nurchio even plays in more foreign cups, online cups rather nowadays. So I know a lot more about him and all the Koreans. I mean, good God, we cast Korean StarCraft like 5 days a week at this point.
Yeah, it's crazy. I'm loving it though, like seeing how much Korean StarCraft is on, because it's on my time zone, so I'm really pleased that I have something to watch every night when I come home from work. But it is a shame, because I miss these guys like MaNa and MaSa who are in the NA time zones. Also, a lot of the EU players I don't get to see because I'm sleeping or at work. So it's great to actually get some time in watching these players at a DreamHack. But yeah, it's MaSa, even so, like I see him less than other players, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's just a reserved character. I really don't know much about him. Like I can't say anything about his emotions either. Does he take losses bad? Does he take his cheese? Like seriously, like I don't even know. But I do know that he is going for a CC first. This is a pretty common build on this map. Basically, I feel like if Cactus Valley makes it into the map pool, into the vetoes, then Terrans are going to CC into 3 racks. And then just kind of abuse this little spot that can occur, because like Phoenix at depth is supposed to really try and stop drops. Yeah. But with the third base being right next to the main, it always seems like the drops can unload anyways because it's just so close. And I feel like that's pretty abusive. If they don't do that, then they just like do this really weird like push before stim, right? Yeah. And try and kill the Protosses.
I think. Is this that map where you can stick a siege tank like near the natural or something, and it can hit up on the high ground? Yeah.
If you stick it right here, then it's really good. Because that's the other thing, right? Like if it's horizontal spawn, which MaSa did scout first, you just like keep on rallying your tanks down here, and it's like not only this position, but there's also the chokes over here. Like I can certainly see why Protosses, someone say they don't like it, but I actually don't see it vetoed enough in PvT to be like, it sucks for Protoss. It's the worst. Because obviously MaNa let it in.
Yeah, exactly. It's personal preference, I guess. And they've got cross spawns here on that map, so it's not going to be too much of a problem. But we do have a cheeky pylon coming down.
Yeah. He actually went for a 1-base Stargate again.
Yeah.
And then an expand. Just finished. So that's interesting. I mean, last game it was obviously, I figured it was because he knew something was up, but this was actually same kind of intent. So it is going to be a proxy robo.
Wow. Okay.
Nice. MaNa, I mean, before, he kind of like dipped down in terms of participation in online cups, and then he came back, and that was the 3-0 versus Nurchio that I was talking about. But I do remember, for a time, he was actually being, as cheesy as Hero is in PvT now. So, thinking back on it actually isn't too surprising when it's been a while.
Yeah, well, I feel like these proxy Stargates and Robos have become just about standard at this point anyway. They're so common to see. Let's see if this Oracle is able to get too much done. He's got to be careful. These Marines already taken a few shots at it, but he is well positioned to try and deflect that.
Very dangerous. There are missile turrets, but no Widow Mines. So that's actually one, I think, nice thing for Protoss to see sometimes. The Dark was pretty low, but it did get the Scout. So you saw that it was a 3 racks after CC. And that means there's not going to be any Widow Mines, not just trying to target fire your Oracles, but just littered around the map. So many Terrans are opening up the Widow Mine drop and then just placing the Widow Mines wherever so they can catch the Adept, they can catch the Oracle, they can catch the Warp Prism. And that's just not going to be a worry here. It really is going to be the amount of units MaSa has.
Yeah, exactly. He's going for one big punch, already starting to rally some units across the map. Not sure what MaSa has across there, but he might have seen these leave the base. And then we have a wall coming down, a bunker at the front as well. Second one behind that. Okay, so he's definitely caught on to what's happening there.
Ooh, it's Oracle. The factory is done now, and it might be worth for MaSa to start building Widow Mines, because obviously he figured something's up, so he must have seen... actually, he saw how late the Nexus was, one, and then he probably saw the units running away, so now he scans, sees no gases, barely like enough probes here, and knows that something is definitely up, so there's definitely an appropriate response.
Yep, and it is indeed time for MaNa to come pay a visit to his buddy MaSa's house. One Immortal in the mix. For the moment, this bunker is no longer this well. He's going to come try and repair it. Might be better, to go for the second one instead. Can he hold on here against all these units? SCV is starting to get targeted down a little bit, but at the same time, some of these gateway units are starting to get shredded by these Marines.
It's actually really scary. The Guardian Shield is now used up. Both sentries are now pretty low, and the Immortals, of course, just got their barrier popped. So he's going to warp in another sentry and try and get another Immortal as well, but... that Guardian Shield's pretty important. There's nothing but Marines out here. A medevac is even on the way, and there are those Widow Mines I was talking about.
Yeah, they'll definitely help out a fair bit. He hasn't had any time building observers so far, just focused on getting those Immortals out, obviously. And I was kind of stuck out here trying to wait for the right opportunity to jump back in. But the longer he waits, the more Marines come out, the more mines come out. I think MaSa might be all right, but three Immortals does do quite a bit of firepower. Yeah, that's the type of thing that busts down the bunker even before you hit the repair button. Yeah. So pretty scary. He seems to know that the Widow Mines were burrowed, so that's a nice bait with the Adept. And in fact, he gets both of them, or one of them, and another one just pops up on a single Adept, so not too bad. Kind of focus fire down the sentries, but actually misses the one with the Guardian Shield. That's a little weird. But is it enough? He's doing all right. He is able to clear up a bit of the buffer at the front, but without the bunker, he is forced to evacuate that natural base. And now more Adepts are rallying in. We're even getting an Observer in the mix to help out with that Widow Mine threat.
Yeah, he knows that it's still alive, too. So nice eyes, nice prediction from MaNa. Yeah. This is a really bold move. It's actually going to find the reinforcements, so maybe not a bad move whatsoever. It's going to be able to depower the pylon, but not for the Observer who pops out.
Yeah, that would have been ideal. That CC is in a lot of trouble. It's in flames. And he drops back in the main base again with a couple of medevacs. This is really bad for MaSa, though. The production is getting taken out. The add-ons have gone down. One Raxus might get killed completely, and he's pulled the boys again, shredding as many of these units as he can. The Immortals are still alive. It looks like MaSa is going to be able to hold on.
Yeah, those Adepts, they do like a 180 as soon as he realizes what's going on. Scans for the Observer even, takes that out, and now MaSa has like one chance here. He has an army supply lead. He could actually do some really significant damage to the mineral line of MaNa, because that's where, of course, there's a big problem. Almost 30 workers down compared to MaNa, and MaNa should be also looking towards that third base if he could. Looks like it wasn't depowered that early, so there was actually a couple of different warp-ins that happened there. Not a bad-looking army.
Yeah, well, at least he's managed to hold on and kind of put a stop to that for now. Another probe's going to have to come out and build a pylon. He is actually going to try and get that happening. Maybe this mine drop can get some work done behind this, though. I'm not sure if MaNa actually has any forces at home at all.
I don't even think you can say them. Yeah, the militia crew's building right now, and of course the Observer was just picked off, so not going to get too many hits. It looks like the pull was appropriate, and then the one in here is, well, also not going to get too much done.
Well,
what?
He's not looking.
It's not going to get a hit anyways. Oh, I went to the gas.
Oh, no.
He abandoned, actually, the post here, but maybe... it's actually hard to say if he should have or not. He wanted an Observer, but his army wasn't big enough. It's questionable.
Yeah, well, I guess it's better to keep those units alive than to risk it if he wasn't sure whether or not it's going to hold on. These medevacs don't actually have a lot of juice left in them either, as he moves up to try and get a bit of damage done. He's still trying to recover a little bit at home. His worker count is still quite low, so if MaNa can hold on, he's going to be in a good position eventually.
Okay. So MaNa apparently not really even like thinking about a third base, just continuing to produce units, and I thought because he was scared of being counterattacked, but he also just thinking like I can end the game on 2 bases. MaSa's clearly hurting, so he can't be reducing too much. But oh, that was a nice one.
11 kills, and that's really evening up the playing field for him because he's just now getting that robo again. I guess the Observer died, the original one?
Yeah, it was scanned, and he could never rebuild another one. This actually might get a better hit. This moved without being taken down. This question, this is turning into quite the game. Only down 13 workers now, but still with about a 10 army supply lead.
Yeah, and he's put the pressure back on MaNa now. MaNa's the one that's stuck in his base defending, and a full unload here for MaSa.
He's even got a bit of a Widow Mine to help cover him. He's running towards it. Maybe he can just get the Adept to chase in. Oh,
the gas again. Oh no.
Worthless.
Well, he tries to actually save the mine there, but it does get taken out, and he'll float on out of there. Third base is being taken, though, so it's prime position for him to try and deny that real quick, because the army's not quite there yet for MaNa.
Yeah, looks like it's going to be a cancel. Just a bit too slow of an army. He's like, nice. I'm going to win with one of mine, or not win at all. Good snipe on the Observer. Accidentally picks up his units there. He does have 4 Widow Mines. There's one random kind of in the middle. And Resident Glaze only just started. Went for +1 armor before +1 attack. MaSa not really thinking about upgrades, I think, right now. Just got the rest of his production rebuilt. He did lose that 1 barracks.
Yeah, MaSa's doing a really good job of keeping the pressure up on his Protoss opponent at the moment. It looks like MaNa's starting to be a little bit more aware of the movement of those medevacs. Oh, he could, I guess, I was going to say he could try and catch them, but he doesn't actually have much that shoots up, even if he did see it, so.
I would say he might want to invest in Phoenixes, but that's kind of like just back to that problem I brought up earlier, where like even if it had to be like a lot of Phoenixes to really stop them from dropping and committing to so many Marines and still pretty healthy medevacs. So it's just going to be, I felt like that army was looking for MaSa's army, but now it just looks like it's trying to be hidden. I'm not even sure. Yeah. Pylon was found out. That was definitely something that MaNa was thinking about using for later. Not rebuilding the Nexus. Not one over here either. MaSa's checking.
This is actually a little bit risky. He's got a Warp Prism coming in with his main army next to the Natural, and MaSa is already on the other side of the map. He's actually stimming in, and he's going to notice soon that there's no units here and there. In fact, at his house, we might end up in a base trade. We'll see how we go here as he starts to stim down everything at the front there in the natural base of MaNa. Yeah, this one Observer could be crucial. I do believe it is the only Observer, as he was trying to build a second one, and once again his robo was denied. Resident Glaives did end up finishing as well as that +1 armor, and that's pretty damn helpful for the Adepts. Very nicely done, and a Liberator just pops out in the nick of time here. It can set up, and there's not really anything that can contest that at this point in time. And MaSa's just trying to save units here, conserve what he's got, and oh gosh, he's just completely demolished that natural base at this point. Probes are going to get taken out here as well. Oh no. Why? Because there's a Widow Mine on the man. Oh. That's why. Oh, the humanity. This Liberator's still going strong. A few Stalkers whopped in, and it will get taken out, but there's a couple of mines hidden behind here as well. This army is not that big, but it's still going strong, and it's in the production. Yeah, 74 army split to 45. Like, I think MaSa really just has to hope that he did take out the Observer, either by splash or on purpose, that his Widow Mines get like 4 more hits. He takes... Wait, when did he get that base? Well, he takes 1 base too, so he can turn on an orbital, and that does help him in the real base race scenario, like killing each other's buildings first. It certainly does. Yeah, that's the 3rd base that he sneakily finished up somehow and managed to get it over there. And if he's mining, that's a huge advantage. All the SCVs are going down there. Oh, so nice. Those were his last SCVs. I think there's like 1 more somewhere hiding. Yeah, nice save on whatever he can get there. And this is going to be the tough bit. Like, the army for MaNa is only really manageable if you can take out bits of it at a time. Yeah. Oh, the Widow Mines didn't being that problem. I mean, so Widow Mines don't count as buildings, so he could just kill everything around them and then leave. Exactly. Eventually they'd have to unburrow, and that's when he tries to snipe them. But he is like not, I mean, there's not really any minerals whatsoever. He's got 10 workers that are long distance mining, and eventually he could build a robo, and then he could build an Observer. True. Or I think he's a Stargate. I guess he could try and build an Oracle. That's too dangerous in my opinion. Like, yeah, maybe a little risky. Fly over one of those Widow Mines, just screw everything over. Oh, nice. Actually using the barracks to bait a little bit here. The second mine goes up on the hallucination, but that's nice for MaNa. I guess the advantage for MaSa is that he can lift, and there's not a lot of upstairs firepower, I suppose. But
it's like a bread trail to his command center.
Exactly.
It's a planetary.
Found out. Wow, when
He
did
does have a lot of
that?
minerals and gas, and I guess his engineering bay didn't die in time, so he could have made it. That's actually super important, but nothing to repair it.
So while we have 4 SCVs for the repair, he's using the Marines to try and shred these Adepts as well, but it's not going to happen. The planetary does go down. It's going to feel good for MaNa, and I think he surely knows at this point MaSa cannot fight him with what he has, so he's just going to have to try and kill the buildings himself.
Yeah, 0 workers at this point and not enough minerals to rebuild. MaNa's on his last buildings forever, and if he tried base race, like legitimately base race a Terran, it's proven to be pretty difficult. But Cactus Valley has no spot that I know of that you can hide buildings.
Yeah.
I think MaNa, like there's no way that MaSa draws. I think MaNa just wins unless he loses all his buildings first.
I think so too, but MaSa is really prolonging his life here, able to move those buildings in multiple directions. I think he might be mining at that pace again. He's somehow, some way, he's finding ways to actually do some mining. He's building some supply depots, but I'm not sure he's going to get a chance to properly recover.
Where is he building? Like he's building all over the place. This is actually going to be really interesting though. Like 60 armies fought a 40, and these Widowmines are still being a pesky problem. Another one actually got a shot off. Like theoretically, I suppose if MaNa keeps units at a structure to ensure that he doesn't lose the base race, that could be such a small army that MaSa could take it on. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
There's some hypotheticals here for MaSa to still win, because again, he can't draw. It's got to be a win. But this Sphinx is a real one. It's already taken down a pretty important medevac. It's going to get it. I swear, it's going to get it.
He did a sick dive before. He only needs one more. Surely he'll get it. But yeah, there's actually buildings everywhere, and it's hard for him to catch them all at this point. And he is, like, MaSa has been able to kill an Adept off here and there, so I guess it's not over yet, but it is going to be a hard battle against this army to come back.
He needs that. There's no SCVs near it though, so I just burned down anyways. Yeah, he's not going to take the fight.
Can't quite afford to. Oh, these mines!
Everything's so important.
Oh no! Was that the last of his mines, or does he have a couple left?
No, that's all of his command centers. So 2 barracks, 4 depots,
ouch.
and a factory. And he supply blocks, so like it's not like he can produce, even though he has the minerals and gas. Not a lot of structures though. Like the thing is that MaNa never split like I thought he was, so that really was the full might of his army, and yeah, MaSa's not gonna take that on. Nice pickup micro.
Yeah, these mines not really getting the money hits for him anymore, and he in fact evacuates out of the main base, seeing the Protoss coming in. I'm not sure what his plan's gonna be from here. There's not really a lot of options left for him. There's
really not. Like MaNa can't leave his base for fear of losing all his structures, and MaSa can't take the army on.
Yeah.
So
maybe if he gets a sick Widowmine set up or something, or, like takes out those stalkers while he can.
Still 4 Widowmines. It can happen.
He needs like a sick bait or something into those, and maybe it's possible.
Yeah, it's just that MaNa's the one with all the tricks, really. You know,
Yeah.
he's got the Warp Prism micro, he's got the hallucinations and the force fields, and I don't know.
It's looking rough, but I think he's got to be feeling pretty comfortable, right? Like, he knows both players aren't mining, and MaSa's avoiding him, meaning, like, he's not brave enough to fight just yet.
It's just one of those, like, things, like, I always forget the term, but basically, they both cannot do anything. They're literally frozen, because if they do something, that actually puts them in a worse position, it's gonna lose the game. So, that would lead into a draw maybe in other games, but obviously in StarCraft, like, I'm pretty sure MaNa knows he can win this, so he's not going to be wanting to regame.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be pretty crazy if we did get a regame out of these guys. But, like, let's not forget, like, MaNa is already 1-0 up in this series, so that's why MaSa's got to fight this tooth and nail.
Yeah.
Because he's out if he doesn't win this.
It definitely makes sense for MaSa to be in here, not just because, like, you know, turtle around your last building, but, like, he legitimately has a situation to win. It just is a very specific situation.
Yeah.
And MaNa has a situation to lose, which is why he's got to be so careful. Like, this split has got to be so good. No. You know it. No, MaNa.
Shut down.
Oh, I feel like this is the first time I've seen that, though. Like, usually when they say draw, they're like, yeah, probably.
Maybe that was a little bit of a hopeful request. Oh.
This is so good. This is looking like an okay split. He's got the micro of the Warp Prism plus a Sentry for Guardian Shield. I think this is good enough. And then back here, I think MaSa might take this one on, but it'd be such a trade, right? He'd be left with like 5 Marines.
Oh, one of the mines fired. I think it just gave away the fact that there's 3 mines on that watchtower too, because he got hit by 1.
Yeah, look at that.
But at least if he's only taking... Okay, I was going to say if he only
is-
takes shield damage, he's okay, but it looks like he took a little more than he bargained for.
Kind of what I'm like. This is the situation I'm talking about. Like,
Yeah.
he can't go up a ramp though. The force fields. He needs the Widowmines as well.
Well, he can still lift. If he's not quick enough on the... Ooh, he got in shield, and in fact, he picks up a couple of units and gets out.
I'm not gonna keep track of how many units we're losing. Overall, that doesn't help me. That was like what, 3 Marines for something? I don't even know.
I think so. Yeah.
I think he got the Stalkers. What he was looking for. Because if he does take all the anti-air, then he can also micro
Yeah.
for a long day.
I mean, already there's not that much. There's 1 Phoenix and 2 Sentries. Like, that's really not going to take out a medevac too fast.
Yeah. It also sucks, really, I think, that MaSa never got any upgrades. Oh, it's been a roller coaster from start to finish. Any time that MaNa doesn't pick up micro is a deadly loss, and it's just, I don't even know.
Yeah, it's a tense moment. He's still got a couple of buildings floating around, and at this point, I don't think MaNa can kill them unless he wants to, like, tickle them with the Phoenix to death.
The thing is that, like, I think we're gonna have to get an admin in here at some point, right? Because, like I said, like, MaSa never would solidify his loss, and MaNa would never risk his win. So, what do you do? Like, you're just gonna stay forever, occasionally tapping a building so the draw timer doesn't hit? Like,
Yeah, maybe. Although it looks like MaNa is a bit more willing to try things at the moment, because he has, he did split off his army. He is loading up the Warp Prism, kind of being like, what can I do?
Yeah, I guess so one step further on the technicality is MaSa should never be able to have a building alive. As long as a Phoenix and a Warp Prism is alive, then he can Warp Prism the Adept anywhere it lands, and anywhere it lifts, the Phoenix comes and chases it down. So,
So here we go.
yeah, this is the safest path to a win for MaNa, even though he might still win if he split his army up.
Yeah, exactly. So he can basically chase those around with the Phoenix and defend this base at the same time. Obviously, MaSa's going to look to defend those, so he just has to keep an eye on that Phoenix to make sure he doesn't lose it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to rip that.
He actually has so many minerals. Like forever.
He does.
Oh, God.
Wow. I don't think I've ever casted a game that's kind of ended up quite like this one.
It is just that barely close enough, too. Not to be a draw, but not to be a real win. Like I'm worried for me right now, actually, because we don't run out of things to talk about. So, like, guys are still waiting.
Yeah, we're along for the ride with you guys at the moment. I suppose MaNa can't really leave his base comfortably at this point either, because now there's mines peppered across here.
Oh, MaNa's gonna take the draw! Oh my God!
Wow.
Oh man, I don't know if he. It's such a. So MaNa's the one that's up 1, but like if he did accidentally lose because he split his army, then he's a ace game, or at least this is still him being up 1.
Yeah.
Wow. I nobody got time for that.
GG, guys. A draw has been reached between MaNa and MaSa. Game number 2. Wow, that was a wacky game.
Oh my God.
I have no words left for that one.
Right? It's also just the fact that MaNa said no initially.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were like, no, that makes sense. That's a stretch. Wow. All right.
That's a real testament to Terran vitality and determination.
It is.
Oh, thank you to Anna Dite. Sure, I'm gonna go with that for the 28-month resub.
Cactus Valley 2.0 is coming right up, guys.
Yes, 2.0. Okay, so let's just not think more about that draw.
Yeah, let's move on.
MaNa has looked better in these 2 games.
He has,
right?
yeah.
So I think that's another reason why he would take the draw as opposed, because I mean this is also a land setting where you actually legitimately have to think about the time you invest into it. It's actually going to be like 6:30, 7 o'clock. These guys have been playing, probably not eating, and there is still another group stage to play. So it's like another 3 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
So I want to be the ones holding up the group.
That's it. They're at least they're keeping us entertained. Yeah,
something like that. I get a Apudapus for the Twitch Prime sub. Thanks. Oh, we're in Cactus Valley again. And in the bottom right is the red Protoss up 1. He is MaNa.
And in the top left, able to force out a draw in the last match and stay alive, his name is MaSa.
And thank you to Plug You Dice. I've never been able to say your name, but I know who you are. Thank you for your sub.
You guys get so many weird Twitch names to keep up with. I don't know how you do it.
I feel like I picked Zombie Girl up because it sounded cool and it was so easy to say. Even Zeph is easy to read,
One
really.
syllable.
Yeah, unless you did something stupid like spelled it the same way you spell it now, but you're like, it's Zep.
You gotta pronounce each letter. Yeah, some people still get confused. They come up and they're like, is it Zephyr? Is it Zep?
Zephyr.
Like, not quite, just how it looks, basically. It is a little weird, but
yeah. I actually really like my last name, Chernega. Like, whenever I say it, people always say I think it starts with a T. I've never understood that. And I feel like I'm not that biased because that is my last name. I feel like it just sounds like a CH.
Yeah, that's what it looks like to me.
Why? Anyways. Oh, my God. So, whoopsie, I was trying to shout out that last resub. Thank you to NothingMan32 for the 26-month resub. I don't know if we missed some as we watched this game unfold. Looks like it did. Riamar resub for 36 months. Lemons TV resub for 15 months. Never forget the great sub train of 2016, I think, for Limalik. And then MazeX for the 4-month resub, and Kinky Mal for the 30-month resub. Happy live events. And I think Rifkin got these other two, but Mr. Rain SC and Maroon Pirate, thank you very much again. And that about catches us up. So, yes, let us talk about Cactus Valley 2.0.
I was hoping it is not quite as drawn out like that. I mean, I don't mind a long game, but let's not have a base trade that gets stuck again. But yeah, not too much to note just yet. MaSa has opted for the Reaper expand, grabbed his CC about halfway done there, and obviously following up with a factory, so potentially a mine drop opener, as is pretty standard at the moment.
Yeah. MaNa, I thought, opened up with a 1-base Stargate and then immediately in a Nexus, but it looks like maybe this is actually what he did, which is a Stargate right after the Nexus. Either way, the point is it's a very fast Stargate. Yeah. And MaSa did not SCV scout, or if he did, he didn't really commit to it. Yeah, not too early of one, so he only just figured out where MaNa is and hasn't really gotten over there. Funnily enough, this probe kill is not just a probe kill, but also, like, considering how many times MaNa's proxied a pylon, like, pretty good. It's pretty good snipe.
Yeah, it's good for him, and I mean, MaNa as well probably likes to get a little poke in at the Terran base. He can probably assume what's going on, though. Not too many Terrans deviate from the normal unless they're proxy raxing. And that Reaper's going to hightail it out there. As the first Adept has popped on out, and the Oracle won't be far behind.
Yeah, I'm surprised. I mean, I guess I'm only so surprised. Cactus Valley has this very obvious hop-up, which MaNa has appropriately placed his units, but just going to maybe pair it up with the Hellions, actually try and distract him. The Reaper's also going to inadvertently scout the ore. Whoa, that was pretty close. Doesn't actually do that. But he predicts it anyways, so might have been just the Bears to the Nexus timing, or maybe he just figures that's what Protoss is going to do, but he has a Viking on the way and wouldn't mind still.
Oh, he might be able to roast some probes here. 2 going down already. There's a third. These Adepts. Oh, he needs to focus the hurt one, and it does go down. This one probably shouldn't be able to get too much done, but he will get a bit of a scout up in the main base with his Reach buddy. Oh, hold that thought. They're actually getting a fair bit more than I expected there.
But the Widowmines did not burrow in the natural, so 6 probes went down, but maybe an equal amount of SCVs.
Yeah, I think you might be right. This Viking is going to start shelling away at that, but not before 7 SCVs go down, so that was well done by MaNa, able to get a bit of revenge for his fallen probe brethren.
Yeah, perfect, really. Looks like the Militia Corps, I don't know if it was purposely chasing, but does pull back now. 3rd base is on the way. Twilight Council and Forge. I mean, last game, despite also, also the draw was weird, but the early game was also really weird. It was like that, you know, the very early aggression and the proxy robo and all that. And this is actually a much more normal-looking PvT.
Yeah, this is one of those matches where you actually get to follow your build order, and you don't have to start ad-libbing a little bit to make up for the nonsense in the early game. 3 Adepts here being a bit of a pain in the backside for MaSa. Another couple of SCVs possibly going down, and Adept does fall to that Widow Mine, but you know what? He's keeping that worker count down pretty darn well.
Yeah, in fact, MaSa took that so seriously, I think he pulled back SCVs. I mean, it is kind of a common follow-up for Protosses to make that second Oracle and then run in Adepts with it, so that's not what he did. That's not what he was planning on doing, but that's something that definitely every Terran player has dealt with at this point in time. So unfortunately, that means he's not, well, maybe he figured it out, but he hasn't seen the third base.
Yeah. He might be able to gather that, but yeah, he hasn't actually had eyes on it. And more to the point, he hasn't really been able to leave his base since those Hellions. Because again, I feel like MaNa, as you mentioned earlier, he's been the one that's kind of in control. You know, he's looking a little better. And I think he's been able to excel because of that. So we'll see if MaSa's able to throw the hurt back on him in a little while. He's getting a couple of mines out. You know, we've got 2 medevacs on the way, combat shield stim. You know, it's all starting to come together for MaSa.
Yep, production and a little bit supply blocks. Whoopsie. But MaNa, I think, in a scarier position here to really just explode on production. I mean, he got the fast third base. He got his probes out, you know, pretty damn fast at Chrono Boost, so he's almost at that perfect count, almost at 60. And he is going Phoenix Adept, so he's going to have that huge just burst of Adept. It's going to be so overwhelming to what is, I mean, hopefully not an aggressive MaSa, actually. Like, even on the defense, that overwhelming Adept count can just sometimes tear Terrans apart, but especially if they are aggressive first, misreading the situation, they get shut down and countered, and it's brutal.
Yeah, it can be pretty rough. This Oracle! He does manage to get it. Good job. That's less vision for MaNa, and finally he's going to roam out on this map here. These Phoenixes in prime position to block any drops coming from that direction. But even so, MaSa needs to be a tad careful with those medevacts. Oh, does lose it, but at least he gets the envision.
I thought he realized where the army was. That was on purpose, but miscontrolled. Oh, Depths in the third base. Sneaky.
Nice. 6 kills. It's not called Envision, it's Revelation.
Revelation.
Why do I always think it's called Envision?
Wait, what was Envision?
I don't remember, but I always call it that.
But that was a spell, but now I'm like
was.
freaking out here. What is it? Envision was what the Oracle was at first when it turned on its detection?
I think maybe.
Yeah. Oh my god. I actually forgot that was a thing in Heart of the Swarm.
I still keep calling it that, and I'm like, well, this is not what it's called, and then I have to scour my brain for the right word. Oh, we got there.
Yeah, right? Took an effort. Another Widowmine drop one in the main base. It's not quite pairing up with the attack at the third, which MaNa is moving his army over there for, and actually it's just going to get killed. No big deal here.
Oh, snipes a mine right off the bat. Pretty good. A little hard to move forward when those Phoenixes are beating up your medevacs.
The army count's not too bad for MaSa. In fact, quite good for now. MaNa is adding on, I guess, the rest of his production. He was only at 4 gateways. Really? Wow. Yeah. It feels a little bit late then. Well, now he's adding on 4 more. That looks a lot more normal. So 8 or 9, basically. And now it looks better. But he's also already transitioning into a robotic space, so not really sticking on a Adept Phoenix in an aggressive stance. And MaSa can continue poking, actually, and he'll be okay.
Yeah, it's good to stay out on the map and keep your opponent honest. And this is the point where MaNa's trying to grab some of those juicy attack units. He's happy with that number of Phoenixes. Hold that thought, though. He's got a drop in the main. Stimming to win. Taking out a couple of pylons, and I think he got the Mothership car as well there. But these Adepts might... Yeah, there we go. Puts a stop to that. Phoenix is coming in as well. And on the other side, also deflected by the remainder of those Adepts.
Oh. This actually got cleaned up. Not enough Marines were... Evac good in the medevac, so loses the entire drop out over here. Managed to save this one, so it's not too bad. Scans in the natural as well. Was probably hoping to see a disruptor or a colossus or something pop out, but unfortunately not too great of a scan. I guess it does see a second robo, which tells you that they're transitioning enough. And he is actually going to respond to the Ghost Academy. So the same thing that U-Thermal did. And it did end up helping him. He got a very important EMP on a bunch of Adepts, and there's only one Colossus. So, of course, the concave happened, and it was, Terran just rolled him over.
Exactly. And especially when, the Ghosts first come out, Protoss isn't always quite ready for that, and they're not spread properly. You can get a really nice engagement, but there we go. Still trying to battle these Phoenixes, and he's just not able to take any down. The medevacs are in a bit of trouble. Adepts on the ground are following up as well. Man, he's got 1 medevac left. That's rough.
Yeah, that is really brutal.
Excuse me.
Yeah, still, I mean, So even if he is going for Ghost and not double Starport here, but that's still a problem. Like, you still need Medivacks.
Yeah.
Even if you are going to be building them in the future, it's still 2 at a time, and the Phoenix is, of course, always going to be trying to snipe that. So we'll see how it works out. I mean, I think I still don't really know about the Ghost Academy as a response to Robos. Like, that still kind of blows my mind, and I'm not totally on board, because the reason it worked out so well for you thermals, it was 1 Colossus, you know? So, like, of course, if you take out the fodder, it's going to be terrible. MaNa this time has the time and the money to go for double Robo Colossus, and I'm not sure that...
Exactly.
Yeah, okay, now the Vikings are on the way in the second Starport, all right.
Okay, that makes me a little more comfortable for MaSa, because this army ramps up real quick. Already he's got 2 Colossi, he's still got a healthy number of Phoenixes left, and MaSa's still mostly Marines and a couple of Medivacs, and it's not ideal to be fighting this. He does have his +2 attack on the way. What are MaNa's upgrades at? Oh my goodness, he's got Adepts in here as well.
Yeah, 1-1 to 1-1, and that's that armor's going to finish up before you thermal, or MaSa. Getting pretty chaotic, though. There's not a War Prism with this, so maybe if MaSa can just show a good enough army. Not bad EMP on all those Adepts.
Yeah, they're pretty softened up there. And it's a nice spot for MaSa, who's got a couple of mines there, so it's hard for MaNa to actually go balls deep on that army, but he does pull back for the moment. There's still something happening near his natural or main, maybe like a single Adept left over just being a bit of a bother.
Yeah, it looks like it. He did shade a couple in the natural, and they got a couple of those CV kills. So 16 in total for that really non-committal push is really not so bad. That can go a lot worse. Like, that army is really not that big. You know, and the 2 Colossus are really a lot of the hinge. But that was a pretty perfect positioning. Like, if you can get across the middle of Cactus Valley, this huge open space, then yeah, of course it's going to be pretty good. Yeah,
for sure. We've got a couple more observers on the way for MaNa. I guess he hasn't really been making those just yet. That'll help him with a bit of vision and dealing with those mines. They're going to meet in the middle of the map here. The watchtower does belong to MaNa at this point. It makes it a little harder for MaSa to actually spread out and deal with this army. He's got 1 Ghost left in that mix by the looks of it. And he's actually forced to back all the way up. Get himself a bit of a better position. He does manage to snipe a couple of those Phoenixes.
Not bad, but that Viking count still not convincing enough against 4 Colossus.
No, it's not. And those mines in a bit of trouble as well. He tries to go up there, but that's a huge concave for MaNa. He's going to be real careful about how he engages this. Can he get the money MP? It's pretty good, but it's not really a follow-up.
Yeah. And MaNa's really being very patient with this. He has 4 bases. He still has upgrades on the way. He lost a couple probes into like a Widowmine drop or something on the other side of the map. Widowmine walk by, I guess, but not really anything to really worry about. But he still doesn't have a War Prism with this, so I think that's why he's just constantly backing off.
Yeah, sure. A couple of straggler Adepts might get picked up here, but getting close to maxed out for MaNa. MaSa's not too far behind. They're still making Vikings 3 at a time. 2 more Colossi on the way from MaNa, so those Colossi will melt, but by the time you chew through them all, they will get quite a few shots off.
Yeah, it's really about getting a couple of shots off before they even shoot you. This could turn into a pretty nasty surround as well, as I don't think it, you know, it shows MaNa didn't see that army.
The other half of the army is a little bit far away, but maybe if he can sandwich this might be on the money for him. Although it looks like MaNa is able to slip away.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Something, I'm pretty sure like a probe or something just went over there. So he knows that the army is split up a little bit, and he should be warping in whatever he can over here. So Stalkers it is, but he's maxed out. Upgrades at 3-1 versus 2-1, so definitely in favor of MaNa.
Oh, we got Disruptors getting mixed in as well. The splash is going to be real. This army's being caught out by the main army of the Protoss, and in fact, he's going to have to try and stim and get whatever he can out of this and lift up. Oh, that barely survives.
10 health on that one. That's pretty brutal. But that was supposed to do a lot more. That was a very costly investment that could easily snipe a base just for like a second, and instead it was caught in the open.
Alright, well at least he keeps some of that alive. He might be able to do some harassment with it. Looks like he's going to dip into the 4th base once again. 6 Colossus. Ugh. Most Protosses are stopping at 4 in Disruptors. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, but hey, any splash is good splash, right? You see MaNa's been winning. I mean, it's actually not as dominant as I thought it would be, but definitely when the Command Center died, he put the spike. This drop finally gets cleaned up. The medevac somehow is still alive, though. Can rejoin its buddies on the main army. And MaNa perhaps thinking about a 5th base here with that little probe. Yeah, I guess so. There's a ton of Vikings.
18-6 is actually not that bad of a combo, but they still need to kill the Colossus before the 6 Colossus rain down on your bio army. And also backing that up with Liberators. I don't believe he's gone for the range yet, and he doesn't even have +2, which if he had both of those, his army might even be scarier, in my opinion, because he also is getting Ghost again.
Bit of an attack in the 4th or 3rd base, I don't know what to call this, of MaSa. And he's actually not mining at that point, but at the same time, the 4th base of MaNa is going to get taken out.
Not too shabby. This actually would have been a brutal spot, too, for MaNa to go down in, because the Colossus would have just been shot by the Vikings. Similar situation over here, actually, as the Colossus are going first. No.
Get those nice airspace positions. One medevac does get sniped, so nice catch by MaNa. But I'm actually scared for MaSa here. He's really not mining.
No, he's not. He wasn't really mining too heavily in the first place, but did manage to get a bit of a bank, but unfortunately losing some army supply, using some SEV supply, is back down to really needing those minerals. And this is actually just him trying to not get caught with the army. Luckily for MaSa, MaNa doesn't have Revelation or any observers, so he does kind of manage to slip out here.
Yeah, but he's going to deny this base. There's a cancel on that one, and he might be able to head straight through. That's a little scary because he will get locked in here if he commits, I think. He doesn't have any way of lifting his army out of there.
No. The Adepts are still killing a lot of SCVs, by the way. These guys are so lazy, and that's important. MaSa down below 30 workers now.
Yeah, oh, there we go. He's getting position. This could be a nice position for those Vikings, actually. These Colossi around the corner. The Disruptor shot is really good at the back there, though, and there's not a lot of bio left.
Those disruptors are brutal. I mean, the Vikings are looking so hopeful in the air. Like, yeah, we're going to take these Colossus, no problem. But MaSa's got nothing left over on the ground. He's only down 40 army supply, but it really is just in the Liberators and the Vikings. And the Liberators are going to try and hold on. But again, they're not well upgraded. They don't have +2. They don't have their range. MaNa could just avoid them, too. He doesn't have to tango with this.
Yeah. He's got quite a juicy army left over. That bio is very hurt. No, run away.
I can't even stim to run. Not that stim is faster anyways.
Oh, man. Yeah, he's pretty stuck there right now. Oh, and there's a GG. MaNa will take it with a 2-0 over MaSa. Well done to him after a crazy game number 2, the original game number 2. Yeah. So well done to him.
Yeah, MaNa was in the right to just let that one go and then get the 2-0 anyways.
Yeah. Alrighty, well, bad luck to MaSa there. Well fought, but perhaps
I would say it's extra bad luck too, because apparently he was actually doing really well against Euthermal in the winners bracket.
They went to game 3. I mean, I peeped a little bit of that 3rd game, and it was like a crazy base trade or something as well by the looks of it. So maybe it's the flavor of the day from MaSa. So yeah, bit of a shame for him.
Yeah, that really sucks. I feel like to go from like the pinnacle of about to win, too, and just actually getting not even like you get 2-0'd on the losers bracket as well. Oh well. So so it looks like that'll send us into group stage 3, if I'm not mistaken. This is probably one of the longer ones. Yeah, actually, totally.
Oh no, I guess I knew that one.
Yeah, they already advanced a lot of people, so. Second group stage in 2N something. Thank you, bracket. Thank you.
Yeah, that's fleshing out nicely. I can't believe there's so many players. When you look at the DreamHack schedule, I think it's like round of 80 starts at this time. And I was like, 80 players. My goodness, that's actually a pretty good turnout.
Yeah, it is. Really nice. So we're going to try and set up an interview, actually. Yeah, that's even better. So,
all right. Thanks for having me, guys. I will bow out and let you talk to the champ.
It was Zeph, by the way. Follow Zeph on Twitter and all that. Hello.
Hello, zombie.
How are you?
Tired as hell.
Actually, I guess speaking of tired, let's jump right into that draw, man.
Oh yeah, like as soon as he scouted the robo, it was already pretty much the time to attack. Yeah. But he already had 2 bunkers up. I was like, I'm not sure if I can make it, and like he defends the first push. I'm like, god damn it! But like, if I keep pushing, I should be able to break through the bunkers with the 3 immortals, and I did.
Yeah.
But then I was out of energy with the force fields and the guardian shield, so I couldn't push him to the main.
Yeah.
And I misrallied some of my probes from the natural in my main, like to the gateways.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I had like 7 idle probes, something like that, in the middle of my main. I'm like, oh.
We didn't notice.
Oh, like seriously, if you could watch closely the series, like from a pro player perspective, it was a trash series.
Actually, that I might believe. It was like a lot of like back and forth, weird moments, but that was the start of what ended up being a very long game. That I mean, I don't know if, because I guess you didn't have time to go back in the replay, right? You just went into the second game too. But you were up 20 army supply, and you had 1 armor upgrade, and he had nothing, right? But and we were saying, because you said no to the first draw request, right? And it was like, yeah, like MaNa should say no, like MaNa's probably gonna win. Yeah. But then you're just like, no, it's gonna take forever. So you're just like, might as well.
Yeah, like I think I couldn't split my army properly, and even if I could kill his building with a Phoenix or a Sentry, I simply couldn't kill it quickly enough before he picks my units one by one and then picked up to the medevac and so on.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like it would have been so risky. Like it would have been a perfect split, and even then, it's just like it wasn't worth the risk for you to be 1-1 when you could just be 1-0, right? Like
and it would take so much time for me to win. And in the end, I still think I wouldn't be able to do it if he plays properly. Of course, he's a human being; he could get tired as well and just make a mistake. But overall, I think it was a draw.
Yeah, it was a good choice. I think after the other 8 minutes after the first draw request, just to be like, okay, let's do it. Yeah. So yeah, you 2-0'd MaSa, which it's always like, did you? Me and Zev were talking about this. We cast your game, and it's just like MaSa doesn't actually participate in a lot of tournaments, right? Like he's actually like, I mean, even less than some other people that I would consider being pretty lightweight on it. What did you know about MaSa going into that? Were you worried? Did you think you were going to beat him 2-0, or what was it?
I was worried because a lot of the times, recent times especially, I was losing to MaSa pretty much without taking him up. I was having very hard time overall versus Terran as well. But he and Euthermal have a very, very similar style, so going up into that match after losing to Euthermal 2-0, I was a bit worried, and especially because I'm really tired. Like I'm not playing my best, not even close. So my games are very shaky. I'm making a lot of macro and some mistakes. So I was even worried because like playing versus MaSa and Euthermal, they put a lot of aggression, so you need to respond cleanly. Otherwise, you will simply lose. But overall, I saw his series versus Euthermal as well. He was not playing clean, so I was like, it's going to be probably an even series, and I should come on top because I think Euthermal is overall just better, and it was very close versus Euthermal as well. Yeah,
I mean the thing is like MaSa, like despite not playing a lot, always comes into these tournaments and actually does like super well, right? Like last year, Austin, he got pretty far, in fact.
Yeah, he's very strong opponent overall, even though he's North American.
Yeah. Hey. I don't know, man. You guys started off all the shit talk versus NA, and then we cast game time, and suddenly you beat Euthermal.
Well, that's a one-time thing. Euthermal is already to the round of 32, the real round of 32. Where's game time now?
What is happening with game time? Did he lose?
I don't know. I was playing the tournament, I even had a draw,
I thought you had to like BM in stock because he lost and you knew.
No,
you were just guessing. All right. Well, I didn't get to see where he's in either. But so you're advanced on to the round of 32.
The real round of 32, because this was round of 32 as well. Like considering.
Oh, plus the 16. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. All right, that's interesting. So you're already in the money, right?
Yes, I think so, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's $1,000 already.
Wow. That's worth it already.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna go back home, like tell my parents I earned $1,000. They're like, oh my god, you're the richest person in Poland now.
Did you see your, I mean, you came right over pretty much. Yeah. Did you see who you're going into? You actually have the bracket right here.
And then I didn't see any of the updates.
Looks like you're updated. So you're going to Thermal again. Wait, no, that's actually...
No, that's
I was going to say, that's so
stage,
weird. Here we go. Third group stage.
Oh, it's already updated like that?
Yeah, they were updating it as people were advancing.
I guess they didn't update my match yet.
Oh, it's this one, isn't it? It's the only one left over. It's either this one or this one.
Are you kidding me? If I'm going to...
Stage 8 or stage 3 to end group stage 3? Wait, what?
No.
Second group stage 8. Oh, yeah, that makes sense. So you were second group stage...
6. Oh, yeah, Bistrock Nerd.
There you go. Actually, you're down here.
Oh, or... Oh, yeah.
So Lambo, Pili, and time. That's actually
totally
Jesus,
doable, yeah. Like second group stage was so much tougher than this. If I end up being there, and if I we need an admin confirmation, something like that.
Yeah, of course. I mean, don't take too much stock in it, but that seems to be what they're thinking of anyway. So that'd be that.
Yeah, like overall, my goal for this DreamHack would be like realistic goal is run of 8 overall. Right, like if I reach it, I'm very happy with myself. Of course I could end up being knocked out earlier if I have a very tough group or a tough opponent in the first round of of the bracket, but overall, I'm feeling okay in my game.
Well, I mean, if this really is, I think you're feeling pretty confident about that one.
Yeah, if this is the group, I'm confident in advancing, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But I mean, anything may happen. Like, we are late in the day, and like for me, it's like 2 or 3 a.m. already.
Yeah.
So yeah, anything may happen.
But if you do get past it though, like you have like a lot of time, right? Because it starts like kind of equally late tomorrow.
Yeah,
so it's a lot of time to rest.
I just need to be done for today, and then tomorrow we come back fresh.
Yeah,
and nice.
I think that'll be fine too. So, anything else you want to talk about?
How's been the casting so far? You pretty much casted the entire group of this one, right?
Yeah, we missed the winners bracket finals, so the thermal MaSa.
Yeah, for people watching, you should definitely check out MaSa versus Ufurmal Game 3. That was, like, I'm not going to spoil, I mean, the spoiler is there because Ufurmal advanced, but that was one of the best comebacks I've ever seen, and it was looking so bad for Ufurmal, but I was cheering for him so much because I didn't want to, of course, end up being versus Ufurmal in the decider match. It's Team Liquid versus Team Liquid for the first time, right, Rivkin?
Hey, man. Yeah, exactly. You're actually going to totally miss out here. Did they actually set it up so there's no Team Liquid kills in the third group? Kind of looks that way.
Yeah.
Tilo's over here with
Tilo,
no one.
Snoot, Ufurmal. Where's Ufurmal?
Ufurmal's down
up
here. Yeah,
Ufurmal has a very easy group as well.
You guys are appropriately split up this time.
Yes! And that's 4 of us, actually. 4 out of 4 Team Liquids.
Even ex-Team Liquid Nooney is a different
Oh, he advanced? Wow.
Apparently.
Who did he win with? Can you check?
Let's see here. No, he was a
Tudming, Noni.
Oh, yeah, totally.
Daedra. What a strong group that was. Oh, my goodness. What the...
Wow. He made $1,000.
Yeah, I mean... he deserved it, right? He won.
Yeah, he won. Yeah, it's just that it's actually like it's mind-boggling, I suppose, because considering how long of a history StarCraft 2 has with some pretty top-heavy prize pools, it's like, holy shit.
Yeah, I think the split overall is very good. Like round of $32,000, I like it. Like in the past, DreamHacks only had, I think, round of 8 or round of 4 paid. I think round of 8.
Yeah.
So now it's much better. Like you can just focus so much on not ending up in the first 8 and just get some money. Like not super much of it, but at least something.
No. So apparently the mainstream just says the group gets redrawn.
No! Don't! No, that's a lie. I don't trust Twitch chat. No.
And the laser CQ's usually been pretty helpful. I don't know, man. That would be devastating.
I think I need to like move my feet to the admin desk and just make sure that's the thing.
Just make sure this is actually how it's gonna go down.
No, please don't. Like
this is
one time, one time. Maybe it's already redrawn, huh? What about that?
Yeah, maybe this was the redraw.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Yeah.
Huh? Oh man. What the hell?
Please, let it be that way.
That's weird.
Has Lambo special?
Wait,
it's been already redrawn.
Yeah, it's already been redrawn.
Okay, but that's still fine.
Yeah,
that's still fine.
Yeah, totally.
Like Pili, Haas instead of him. They're both the same level, I would say.
What do you think about facing Haas?
Well, I've already faced him in DreamHack actually in Montreal. I think that was first round, and I won 3-2.
Oh, I don't remember that.
He played much better than I expected him, and he played rather standard. Considering his, his playstyle overall, it was a standard game.
Yeah, well, yeah, that's the thing, and then it's Haas, right? So, and then special major.
Oh, that's major.
Right?
Oh, fuck.
I was actually, I was gonna say, like, wait a second, who the hell is special?
Yeah. Why is he special? Jesus.
He always changes his name, man. Like, it's to do that thing, that you're like, yes, it's a great group, and then it's like major, and like, shit. It's exactly for that. Okay. Well, I still think you can do it though.
I can do it at least second place then.
Yeah, like, right. Like you can be. Can you beat major?
I mean, I can, but I'm not playing my best. So and he's definitely improved in the past few days. He has a lot of VODs and information that he can gather from MaSa or anyone.
Hasn't he come? Didn't he come from Korea? Like he's probably not in too good shape.
He's been in Mexico for a while. He's been laddering on Europe, and he hit 7K MMR as well.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Well, I guess he still beat Lambo.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, I'll peace out and get some rest before the group stage. So
yeah, you go do your thing.
Yeah, thank you.
Well done. See ya. All right. So that's going to send us basically into a commercial break as we wait for the group stage 3 to be, I guess, official and all that. So see what happens. Thanks for watching, guys. Probably going to be similar times to last time, so maybe like a pretty longer break. What else is new for DreamHack? Apparently the mainstream's actually having problems as well, so it might even be a longer break. They usually want to be pretty considerate for that, but we'll see. Yeah, and when we get back, it should be me and Rifkin casting, so see you then.
Okay, guys, I don't know if you can hear too much background noise or if I'm okay. Whoop, whoop. I think next stages are starting soon, but we don't actually know if we're casting right now because there are some games that are getting ready to go at the moment, but not all games are getting ready to go at the moment. In fact, Darius, yo, is stage 3 starting now?
I don't think so.
No, there's still more downtime?
I think the last match ended.
So they're waiting for that before anyone can play the new one?
I think the new one's about to start soon.
Okay, because I know Bly was doing coin flips. That's what I was asking.
What?
Bly's doing like coin flip and stuff right now, so...
Then yeah, I guess you can go in.
Okay, I'll just look into it. Don't worry about it.
I'm not sure.
We're casting. Okay, so it looks like, I guess, like we said, the admin just said, I guess we can go as soon as we're ready, so I just got to pull up the brackets and find players who are going to be around. We're in the 3rd group stage, which is going to be starting. I guess it's not technically supposed to start for 40 minutes, but people are getting ready to go, so I honestly, I don't know what's going on here. Hello. I don't even know who we're going to cast. They just finished redoing the group, so if you guys missed it on stream, what ended up happening was a lot of the seedings were off, and they had to redo a lot of stuff. Also, God, I'm so pissed right now, guys. Yeah, we're casting because this girl came over. She's like, "What are you guys doing here?" So I just got a new phone. F my life. So we went to the store and they didn't have any unlocked phones, which totally sucked. Oh, the camera's not even on me. What am I doing here? They didn't have any unlocked phones, so I had to get this Samsung one, which I guess will work. I'm trying to download like all these apps on it right now, though. It's total butts because like nothing wants to do good. But yo, let's get a camera first selfie. Your eyes closed.
Yeah,
that was amazing.
Thank you.
All right. Whenever I get Twitter, I'll tweet this out later.
Okay. It's even more perfect.
That is pretty good. Anyways, I guess what's happening is Xanster's playing against Optimus, and that's the one thing holding things up. And once that's done, I guess all the groups are good to go. Okay. But I've got conflicting information. So I was told that they're getting started now, but then Darius just came by and said that they aren't. So
I'm hungry.
Yeah. Well, you know, you cover for me. You probably get food. I mean, I can start without you if you take too long.
Oh my God! Could you?
Yeah.
Can you? Can you actually?
I
Is it
would.
physically possible?
I actually would. No teacher bullshitsies.
No teacher bullshit?
It's like, can you? Yes, I can.
Oh.
But will I?
Yeah, may I?
By the way, also we did this really cool thing for all you guys. We got another Risk board game, StarCraft Collector's Edition Risk, and we got a bunch of the players to sign it. Like almost every player signed this thing.
Yeah.
With the exception being a couple of the guys who came kind of late because they're in round 16. But just to show you guys what this beauty looks like, look at all those signatures, dogs.
What a beaut.
Actually, that looks really good with the gold. Shit.
Oh, it does. Actually, that's enough signatures to look good.
It didn't look good earlier because the lighting, I guess, was too bright.
They got like everyone on there, man.
Yeah, like there's actually everybody's signature. We even got like Fear Dragon.
I don't remember signing it, but
did you not sign it even when I gave it to you?
I don't remember if I signed it or not.
But you know what? You guys may or may not end up winning a Risk game that has not just one, but possibly two zombie grub signatures.
Ah!
You can go ahead and not drop the carefully signed box that we got. That'd be great. Ruined with signatures. Hey, man, if that's how you feel, then don't fucking enter to win.
Yes, the box art was ruined. That B was terrible.
I haven't signed it, that's for sure. I'm going to do something smart, though.
Oh, it's not even a B.
Everyone has signed it on the front. I'm just going to sign it on the side.
Always got to be different.
There we go. It's like a pizza box.
See, my choices are either
hey, I got a pizza delivery here.
Either eat now and eat like something like pretty fast and like okay, or wait and really build up my hunger.
And get like a good dinner with everybody later.
And then just like go to town, like some barbecue.
I kind of want to go out tonight, but man, I also want to just pass out as soon as we're done.
It actually kind of sucks. There's no other way to do it, obviously, but it sucks that you're so tired by the end of a long day, but the days actually start super late. So you go to bed at 10 p.m., and if you were to wake up at a normal time, we actually wouldn't have much to do. Today we did, because we had to fix everything, and then you broke your phone.
Well, tomorrow also starts a couple hours earlier.
It still would start at 1 or 2, wouldn't it?
No, tomorrow starts at, today was 11 Pacific. Tomorrow's like 9 Pacific?
Okay, so 12. 12 p.m.
No, that'd be 11 a.m. 2 hours.
Oh my God, you're right. I'm in Texas. Oh,
I know.
shit.
We can
Oh
have
my
Stasia.
God.
Oh, one sec. Hey, Stasia. Stasia.
No.
Okay, well, Wardy says Stasia said they're starting. Okay, so I guess we can start looking for a match. So what do we want to cast? Is the question. All these groups actually look pretty good. Like, there's no bad group here. Pool 2's like pretty nice. We don't know who's seeded in through these two yet. I kind of wouldn't mind to see Time, but it's all TVZ over there if that's him.
Yeah, time. We haven't seen. I actually haven't seen him yet.
Pool 2 looks really good, but they're probably taking that for the main stage, right? Hockey, Thermal, Inertia
I don't
Bly.
know. They choose. They're very, very suspicious of how they choose their games.
Yeah, we don't really know what's going on. We don't have much communication. Well, who's Hearthstone playing? Someone in chat specifically requested Hearthstone. Hearthstone Jon Snow would... TLO's going on the mainstream? Okay, so if TLO's up there, then we know we can't pick from that group. And that's fine, because we weren't looking at the group. It's TLO Neeb. So, what do you think? Puck You Thermal or Hearthstone Jon Snow? What are you feeling more?
Hearthstone Jon Snow.
Okay. I don't see them in game.
Clearly, I just hate Terrans.
Do you want to go look for them, or should I go look for them?
I guess I can go look for them.
Okay.
You mean they're not in the lobby in the chat?
Well, just
Who are we looking for again?
Hearthstone and Jon Snow. See if they've already started, if they're in games already.
Hearthstone just got here.
Obviously, we'd like to cast them if we can. So Hearthstone, Jon Snow. If they're not available, we'll find another one. But there's a chance that we don't. People asking for Puck. TLO's up on the main stage, so we can't cast that. You can probably hear the echo in the background. They're talking about, yeah, TLO coming up on the main stage. It's been a long day for us, though, guys. I hope you've been enjoying the show so far. What am I missing? A bunch of messages here. Someone's asking, we increase the resolution. No, we can't. We're we're stuck with convention internet that can't handle 1080, which is a little bit awkward. So if anyone's being a real stickler for quality, I'm unfortunately reporting that this is actually the best that it's going to get. But yeah, I'm waiting for Zombie Group to report back, basically. So I'm going to toss to a quick break, and we'll be back in a couple of minutes, I guess. Yo, did they start yet or what?
They haven't started yet.
Okay, cool. I just took a quick break while we're waiting, so as soon as they're on, we'll get going, I guess. We're not muted, though, so people with Twitch Turbo or Twitch Prime can still hear us.
Balls. Yeah, actually, you left and left me with Zeph. We didn't realize that you hadn't muted the stream.
Oh.
So we talked shit about you. It's all on recording now.
That hurts.
We talked about... Actually, what did we talk about?
It hurts a little bit.
We talked about the bracket, I think. So we really missed out on having the juicy drama.
You know, I got Zeph's number. I'm going to see if she wants to come replace you forever.
You know, if you can't find Zeph, there's another Australian lady right here.
Who?
In the venue.
Who?
I mean, there's only one other Australian lady. It's Libby B.
Oh, I was going to say, you don't really know Cyrus. I don't know why you'd be referencing her.
Is she here?
Yeah.
Oh. I do know her.
Oh, do you?
I do.
I had a fun time hanging out with her when she was in town for LCS. She's awesome.
I mean, I know of her. He really is texting Zeph.
Well, no, because I'm thinking if you want to get dinner, this would be like the perfect time to go for a break. And if not now,
what about my decision earlier? What about my conflict that we never made a resolution to?
What was the conflict?
Either I eat now for somewhat good food, but not great, or I wait and get a lot of really great food, maybe. But then the other thing is that maybe if I wait, everyone already eaten and doesn't want to go to a restaurant.
Yeah, I feel like everyone's gonna have eaten by the time we're back. So.
But then we know all the players haven't eaten.
But you know the other thing too is you could always just get something to eat, and then when everyone goes out for food later, you just don't eat that much. You just hang out and have a good time.
But the thing is, like,
how dare you, Rifkin?
No. But one of them is mediocre, and the other one's going to be really good, right? Because you know.
I wonder if my selfie stick works with this new phone.
If I could, I just eat a lot both times of really good food.
Oh, my selfie stick will work with this new phone. I just got to pair the Bluetooth on it.
Whoa! I mean, doesn't that fit all phones?
I don't know.
That aren't like flip phones.
Yo, Harstum, we're casting you, man.
We're casting me?
Yeah.
I need to set up still because I came from the States.
I know. You're not in a rush. I'm just telling you, we're casting. You were highly requested by chat, brother. Rifkin with the selfie stick. Yo, don't be a hater. Yo, Hard Revenge, are you coming out for day 3, dude? Can we take some selfies together, brother? Me and Hard Revenge? Although I guess I'd have to do it like this because he's so tiny. I'd have to crouch down.
Rude.
Holding it up like an umbrella. I gotta give him crap. I love that kid. You know what? Here's the thing about Rifkin a lot of people don't understand. I wouldn't give you crap if I didn't like you. I'm very polite with people that I don't fucking have time for. Drop some cash and eat out in and have a go for bringing you food. Well, that's the problem. They've given us like food vouchers and there's like sandwiches and stuff at the place for like the crew to get food. And we are, by the way, crew members.
Food is readily available, but they'd have to actually get, you know,
butt fart.
Good food, which is why he brought up that.
What happened to Rifkin's phone? He lost it or something? Oh, Jesus Christ. Start of the day.
Broke
Look, here's the
it.
thing. No, hang on. Before we tell you guys about this, look at this phone. Look how fucking mint condition this is. There's no scratches. There's some fingerprints. Let me wipe off the fingerprints, right? Look at this. It's mint fucking condition. There's no scratches. Nothing wrong with it. Won't turn on. It's fucked. It's bricked, and it sucks because I was showing Bly some pictures they took, and he dropped it. So, luckily, this phone's under warranty, and I'm hoping just sending it off to repair it will get it fixed. But, unfortunately, I'm here for like 4 days, and I need not just internet, but connection to do stuff. Yo, we got some bits. Riamar.
Yay!
Thank you, Riamar, for the bits, man. Appreciate it. Are there more games to come? Yes. We're going to be casting Hearthstone's Best of 3 coming up next, which is against Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Jon Snow.
Yeah.
Jon Snow. Rifkin is swearing a lot. Very unprofessional. Shut up, Glutes for Suits.
Shut up.
I was going to be more volatile with that, but chose not to be. Anyways, yeah, so whenever they're ready to go, we'll be casting. If you guys didn't see Hearthstone swing by or couldn't hear what he said, he just basically got off the main stage, so he's got to go get his computer set up. In fact, if I think of a camera angle and creep like this just a little bit, you should be able to see that tall bastard. Well, I'm not looking at you, I'm looking at him. Hey, Hearthstone. Hearthstone. The guy's got charm. The guy's got charm. That's not much better. How did we have that before? Like that, I guess?
Why do we always gotta be fixing shit?
Thank you, Mom.
Man,
You're the cat mom in real life, too.
I wish you were a cat.
Because it'd be easier to deal with?
No, because you just kind of like purr and like, you know, the cast, and you just look all cute in the cast.
Pay attention to me. Pay attention
This isn't
to
cute.
me.
This is weird.
But yeah, so as soon as they're ready to go, we are too. We've had a pretty fun day of casting. It's pretty consistent. We're going to be back for day 2. I don't know how much casting goes on tomorrow, though, because we will get kind of stopped at some point, but I don't know. I enjoy getting to hang out.
Throw it out of the convention center.
So you've got
Done with you.
You've got your dilemma. My dilemma tonight is like, I kind of want to skip hanging out to sleep because I'm very much behind on sleep and I feel sick.
See,
But the thing is, like, I'll miss a night of hanging out, whereas if I sleep, I'll have a better night hanging out tomorrow. And tomorrow's like the big night, right? No, Sunday's the Twitch party, I think.
yeah.
The point is, like, I'm in a dilemma because it's like I could rest up and not feel like shit.
I mean, for me, that's what you did yesterday, and you didn't even do it right.
I didn't. I got 8 hours of sleep and I feel like garbage. Feels bad, man.
So I just think that means that you never will ever be able to sleep well, and you should just party.
That's the most unhealthy outlook. That's how people become alcoholics with like logic on those
You
lines.
don't have to drink to have a
You're
party.
like, you know what? I'm already fucking drunk, so
I mean, that is pretty bad. But you don't have to drink to have a party.
No, but I'm saying that. Yo, Boris, what's up, man? He's
Can you go get me a 5-course dinner?
Yo,
yes.
look
and
at this. Look at
bring
this ugly
me one
fucking
course
shirt.
at a time.
No, move, hang on, Boris, more this way. Look at this dumb motherfucker's shirt. What is he wearing? Get that off. Get rid of it. I'm gonna block it on camera. Ain't nobody gonna see
You're the one
that.
that brought it on camera.
Yeah, I love Mr. Boris Makarov. That's Mr. Boris Makarov. Oh, he's gone now, but that was Mr. Boris Makarov. He's one of our very loved mods here on the channel. And hey, Riamar. Ooh, Riamar just upgraded his sub. Oh, we haven't actually seen that before.
I was gonna say he subbed earlier.
Yeah, but now he's like tier 3 or whatever.
No, he's even better.
Oh, he can write a Villo in chat. No one else can.
Oh shit.
Mr. or not Mr. I was gonna say Mr. Riamar. Mr. Boris Makarov and Riamar had a baby. It's Mr. Riamar. Mr. Riamar, thank you very much for that tier 3 sub. That is like, I know it's not our first tier 3 sub, but it's the first one we've seen happen live.
Yep.
So that's pretty sick.
We're fancy now. Making big bucks.
No, don't bits the hoy hoy hoy.
So proud of that.
Oh, Terminator's a tier 3 sub too. So the logic is until we come up with better emotes, because we honestly do not have good ones for this. But I wanted to make placeholders, so
it's perfect.
If yeah, both of the tiered sub rewards are banned phrases from the chat.
We got new subscriber.
Hey, Jay Duvall 89, thank you much. And I guess did you guys get a bunch while we were gone?
Yeah.
Nice.
Shout them out.
Actually, yeah, we got a lot of subs coming in. This is awesome. Oh, this Terminator's tier 3.
I think I stopped at Anna DTA.
Oh man, I just realized Terminator being like a tier 3 sub is so meta. Like the T3 unit Terminator. Oh shit.
Whoa, man. Was he actually the T3?
He's the Terminator. I'm back from navigating the streets of Austin. Boris, get the fuck out of chat. You're supposed to be watching StarCraft.
People knew you were back. They saw you on stream like 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, dummy. No, Boris is actually one who took me to get the phone because I didn't have a way to like look up anything on Google Maps or look up like where the phone stuff was or anything along those lines.
But refuses to get me my 5-course dinner.
You know what? You can be real needy sometimes.
What is a 5-course dinner anyways?
A 5-course dinner is a dinner consisting of 5 courses. Use your brain, Zombie Grub. Read a book.
Shut the fuck up. It's like a salad and soup and like.
Well, I think you would even start with you would have like a bread of some kind with some butter. That would be like course 1. You'd have like salad or soup, course 2.
Salad, soup.
I think like you would
an
then
appetizer, right? Like a
something like
right,
pigs in a blanket, shit like that.
Sure.
So that's game 3 in this best of 5. Then you have the main course. You got like a steak dinner.
It's pigs in a blanket at a 5-star restaurant. Yes, right.
Why do you
appetizer
hold on?
today.
What makes you think a 5-course meal requires a 5-star restaurant? I could serve you a 5-course meal at home.
No one else got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
But
Cash
the
me on the
rich.
outside.
But the rich people. That's why they have
You're
it.
already taking a 5-course meal. This is part of the problem.
Okay, the pigs
Hey,
in a blanket.
Samuel, how big is a 5-course meal? Is it? Just tell me when to stop. Is it?
And then the dinner and then the
No,
dessert.
no one can eat this much. Clearly, there's no way you can fit that.
You
in
would
your-
never eat a sausage that big.
I bet you I could.
I bet you can't.
You know
I
what?
bet you stop just short.
Those are like we could just get like 3 hot dogs and land them next to each other. It'd be the same thing. See, you.
No. Like a sausage has more like girth.
It's not. Look, if I'm gonna put it in my mouth, it's not gonna be like. Like you're gonna have like a tiny little wiener. Like you could fit like 10 of those in your mouth.
If you had to eat it like that, I think you would only be able to eat 1 bite. Just the pigs in the blanket.
Okay, so we're 4 courses in. Then easy peasy. It's a dessert.
Yeah, you're right. And there's a 7-course meals. And that one I don't know much about.
Yeah, well, I didn't finish high school either, so I don't know.
Well, what are they? What are the other 2 meals? Where are they? When are they? What are they?
I literally just said I wouldn't know.
You said you didn't finish high school, which is a lie.
Yeah, it is.
So.
Okay, no, I got this. So you're done with dessert. You just had your cake, your cheesecake, whatever.
Oh, you're gonna add 2 more at the end?
So course 6 is then like coffee and a biscuit or something. You're like that you're chilling out
Okay,
afterwards.
I'll give you that one.
And then number 7 is that mint you get with a check when you're leaving. The little present.
I just love that your 7-course restaurant is like a mixture between someone's like backyard
Look,
and the Chinese restaurant down the street.
We take an adventure. We go from IHOP to somewhere fancy for the steak. Then we come home to mom's backyard cooking. It's a corn on the cob.
We pick up a mint at the neighborhood Chinese place. It makes a lot of sense.
It does. Are you getting jealous watching all these people eat food around you, like you thermal?
He has a salad. You know, I bet it's like a disgusting salad.
Otamal. And oh, look, hang on, lean that way.
There's
look, it's Annie's butt.
There's super good salads.
No, quit blocking Annie's butt.
But I bet that's a bad sin. No. Leave room for Jesus, chat.
That's my woman's butt.
Leave room for Jesus.
Leave room for Jesus. Yeah, leave room for Jesus. Move out of the way. There we go.
Annie.
No, don't clip this guy.
He's being super lewd.
Annie, what up, girl? How you doing?
Where'd you get that?
Oh my god, that looks delicious. Is that like all ham? Yo, actually, question here. Look at the size of this sausage mix for a second. Do you think you could fit that in your mouth in one bite? I think that's totally acceptable to put in your mouth in one bite.
I don't think she could.
She was talking about how you can't do that. Like, you can't put that much meat in your mouth at once.
I definitely wasn't, but let's pretend
I was talking about, like, how much of a wiener you could put in your mouth. Not gross, but like
sausage,
a hot dog wiener.
You know,
yeah.
like I think like one of those thick ones, you know, like a lot of girth, right? And it's like about this long.
Like a German sausage.
Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't think you could eat that entire thing.
Yeah.
But if it's like this big.
You know, there was a place in New York called Sausaging, and they used to make really, really good German sausages.
Okay.
And there was a pork sausage. Cooties.
I just want to eat. I'm so hungry.
Okay. All right.
Can I have a bite of your sandwich, Annie?
Really? Okay.
May I have a bite of your sandwich?
Did you fit the whole thing like this much?
May I pretty please have a bite of your sandwich?
Eventually.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Annie, may I pretty please have a bite of your sandwich?
No.
Why are you saying no? You're not her mom. You can't make the rules.
No, it's cooties.
Are you going for a high five? Or is that what we're doing? No, you fist bump?
She's afraid you're going to steal her sandwich. No.
I know. I was just going to grab her hand and then grab with the other.
It's weird to share a sandwich.
Is Rifkin drunk? No, Rifkin's just fucking hungry, guys.
Are you guys just chilling until the next game starts?
Yeah.
Well, Harson's getting set up right now.
Look at her showing off her leg. Can we get some donations? Is that how this works?
This is in violation.
Yeah, are you even wearing regulation shorts right now?
Yeah. You know, high school, you gotta like put the hands down. It's like a fingertips, you know? They can't hear you that well. You just sit down. You just sit behind us.
Yeah, Annie, you gotta get close. You gotta speak right here.
That's suspicious. Ace IDK.
Anyways, as far as I can tell, let's say Harson's almost done setting up. He's definitely practicing or warming up.
Hearthstone Jon Snow.
Harson Jon Snow. Where's Jane? Jane will go nuts.
Jane.
She's here.
Jane. I don't know.
Jon Snow's super obsessive girlfriend. Which is awesome, by the way. I'm not judging.
That sounds like a bad thing.
You said it. It was you. You were the one.
You clarified, though.
You know, somebody just came up to me and very convincingly asked me, "The BB?" And I was like, "No."
You should have been Mai. It's good to see you.
And then he was like, "Sorry, you just look so much like her." And I'm like, "She has really long hair. It's red."
Well, you know what it is? You're short and tiny like her, so it's like...
Yeah, you're kind of short and tiny and you're Asian. She's half Asian.
Yeah.
I mean,
can see it. I can see it.
I could see it for someone who doesn't even really watch it.
I mean, you probably think you're some unique butterfly with that green hair, but
you
it's
know
not
what it
fooling
is.
anybody.
So sometimes people like they come to an event and they don't realize how different people look in real life. But what that guy's doing is that he's preempting it. So he figures Livy looks really different in real life.
Or
but that's got to be her.
No, I got it. You ready? You ready for the ultimate compliment train? He's like, you know what? Livy B's so hot. That girl's really hot. That must be Livy B.
All the hot girls in the world look the same.
Yeah. According... I'm digging a hole if I go with that one. I'm going to stop right there.
I don't know. It's more Ace IDKs.
Game time advance, you need to make sure MaNa knows apology and order. What's that about?
He was BMing NA.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, I was like...
All the
you know.
Europeans have been BMing NA this whole time we've been here. It's been hilarious to listen to, actually.
Yeah, and he didn't know if games time advanced or not, so...
That burger looks as big as her. I know, so you should hand it over.
Just put that in front of your face for a second.
That is like half the size of her face,
come on.
honestly.
Like, she ate half of it. That would have been the size of her face.
Well, actually, do we know she ate half of it and someone else didn't give her this after they half finished it?
That's gross.
Maybe that's why she
Annie,
won't give it to
buy
me,
your own
because like
food.
whoever she has a crush on, eat the first half of it. She's like, no, you can't eat it. Indirect kiss. Don't ruin it for me.
Oh, man, it's like when you brought that Starbucks drink.
I went to get Starbucks with Hyun at BlizzCon. Yo, shit, Riamar, thank you for the bits. 3, 4, 5. He's counting. Fucking smart, Riamar. So here's a story from BlizzCon. This is like 3 years ago, guys. Like
2014.
Yeah, this is like one of the first times maybe the third event we've been to together. I didn't know Zombie Up that well.
Yeah, you're right. Third.
And but I knew Keon pretty well. So I went out to get Starbucks with Keon to bring back for Zombie Up and I think Revival is who we were chilling. On the way back from Starbucks, we ran into J-Dog, and Keon's like, he didn't want to give him any of his drinks, so he's holding Zombie Up. So he gives J-Dog a sip of hers. So I sit down, and Zombie Up takes a sip, and she's like, whatever. And then I lean over like, yo, just so you know, J-Dog sipped out of that. And she's like, an indirect kiss.
That's an exact reaction.
Okay, we plugged it and unplugged it last time. Hopefully this fixes it.
What is it? Is it the
it's
people walking?
No, it's a shitty USB is what it is. We're on a fucking laptop. So it should be fixed again. But yeah, we're on like a stream delay a little bit. It's like 15 or 30 seconds, so I don't know.
Yeah, but those are definitely like your characteristics.
Yeah, so anyways, the end, I don't know where the story kicked out, guys, because it like fucked up. But basically, TLDR, J-Dong took a sip of Zombie Up's drink. We gave it to Zombie Up without telling her. She drank it, and she was like, oh my god. I basically indirectly kissed J-Dong. Like, oh my god. But yeah, so those who don't know, sorry, we're using a fucking laptop. They didn't give us like a proper computer for this. So when this shit fucks up, I'm assuming it's because the USBs are overheating or something.
Yeah. Yeah, I would do that with Zest. Never ever... You don't even know me when J-Dong was a...
Hold up. Would you rather indirect kiss Zest or direct kiss Zest? Because one would require like actually getting through the stages of flirting and somehow wooing him to that point.
Yeah, I'm going to say, like,
you say it like that. That's a little bit rapey, though. You're like, just walk up to somebody and give them a smooch. I don't think that flies.
That is pretty
I don't think
bad,
that's okay.
So you're saying that I have a chance to kiss him in real life?
I don't know. This is up to you. That's what I'm saying. Because you have to put the work in. So it might be easier just to do indirect kiss. So it's more like
either actually indirect or maybe a chance of direct.
Sure.
I would take the chance.
Who's the hottie?
Isn't that
you guys don't know
amazing.
Zombie Grub? Zombie Grub's here all the time. Let's talk about me. Let's definitely talk about me.
Her.
Yo, so did you see when I was like, groping Bly earlier? Bly was freaking out, and he's like, "Oh my god, I can feel my heart racing." And he's not grabbing his chest; he's like cupping his breast, and he's like, "Feel it." So I'm like, "Okay, this is a little weird, dude." So I'm like sitting there,
his
like,
breasts.
I'm like this to Bly, and I'm like, "I don't feel your heartbeat, dude. I think you've tricked me."
His breasts.
Yeah.
He's a vampire, I keep telling you.
Pretty sure you don't call men's chest breasts.
It still is a breast.
It is a breast.
You realize men can get breast cancer, right?
I'm pretty sure you don't call it that, though.
Yeah, you do. If they get really strong, it becomes a peck.
No, I'm sure yeah, I know they have breast cancer, but I'm pretty sure you don't just casually call a man's chest his breasts.
Okay, so you don't have different words for different parts of the body for women and men except for like the genitals. Like your arms are still the same muscles on a guy and a girl. A stomach is still a stomach no matter who it's on.
I'm pretty sure you call it a chest.
Nope.
I say man boobs.
Well, yeah, or man boobs.
I say man boobs.
Yeah.
It's definitely a breast.
It is. There's breast tissue.
You realize this isn't something like you can eat a chicken breast. That's not selected.
I'm not saying that you can't. I just think that it's usually pretty weird to call a guy's chest his breasts.
Oh.
I don't think so if you're describing it objectively. I think if you're like talking about a guy like casually, yeah, it's a little weird. Like, man, Riffin's got some big breasts. Like, yeah, that sounds awkward.
But you were like, I wasn't touching his chest, I was touching his breast. Which
yeah.
is like, it's
well,
not quite
that's my point.
as definitive
like, no,
on a guy.
I think this is a chest, definitively. But when you're cupping it like this, that's a breast. This is the best downtime talk of all time. How fucking long is the Hearthstone's ready?
I just,
Hang on. Are they in game yet? Yo, all set up yet?
Hey, Graham, who would you indirectly kiss?
Is there options, or are we talking objectively?
Like anybody.
Anybody.
Dude.
Anybody.
Is the answer.
That's the answer, too. Yeah. I'm trying to think who I would be most embarrassed to talk to, but I would, like, steal their cup after they threw in the garbage or something. It would definitely be, like, an anime character. Do I have to pick a real person?
Oh, I meant a StarCraft player.
There's no... Is that... I swear to God that I'm not the one that's being weird right now.
No,
you don't usually call a guy's his breast.
He gets the questions, too.
Well, yeah, no, that's fair. But it's the chat is, like, saying, like, call
hey,
breast.
Snoot. Would you share a drink with me if I had, like a good drink? Would you share one with me? Hypothetically, if I had, like, a really tasty drink, would you share one with me? Yeah, like 2 straws in the same cup type thing. Oh, that's my answer.
Depends
then.
on what.
That's my answer.
Oh, you're sick or
How
not.
cute.
All right, wait, Snoot. Do you have...
Do you have cooties? Is that what you're gonna ask
No,
him?
I was going to say, does he have a chest or does he have breasts?
Okay, just go. Just go. It's not worth it.
Yeah, like that other thing was worth it.
It's not worth it. Go. Go. It's not worth it. Okay, so we have updates. They're doing vetoes right now, so we shouldn't be waiting too much longer. Hopefully. Hopefully
It
they
is not
do.
right. Most people do not call men's chest breasts.
Most people also don't say out the wild zoo, but you also do that.
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
Yeah, and I admit that's wrong.
So why can't you admit you're wrong about the breast thing?
Because most people don't say breasts from men.
I think you come from a hen house and you have girlfriends, so you don't talk about guys enough.
I literally grew up with guys. Like, all guys.
Yo, Monty Oon, thank you for the 1,000 bits, dude. Love the breasted talk? I'm gonna assume he's breasted.
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Young person.
Yo, okay, Zombie. There's a guy who's committed a crime. Yo, there's a guy who's committed a crime. That crime is being too sexy because his muscles are so great on his chest. Would he be under a breast?
That took way too much of a build-up. I liked Annie's better.
Yo, Annie, a guy walks into a bar and he asks the bartender for a glass of, fruit punch. Bartender says, yeah, but you gotta get back of the line. So the guy looks around. The bar's empty. He's confused. There's no punchline.
Okay, now I'm seeing more reasonable people in chat.
Okay, guys, we're going to go to a commercial break. Hopefully by the time we're back, the game should be good to go. So say goodbye to Annie. Bye, Annie.
Bye.
Thanks for having me, guys.
All right, we'll see you guys in a bit. No, okay. Monty Oon, I'm not going to leave you hanging with 1,000 bits, dude. Thank you so much. Okay, now we'll see you guys in a minute.